I'm Darielle, the face behind the Urban Book Nook, where I share author reviews, author spotlights, and all things lit, literally. And look who I have here today, okay? So, if y'all have been following me, I just dropped an ARC review on a book that's very near and dear to my heart now. I have all three authors of Vengeance here, y'all. What? When I tell you I'm so hyped. So I guess we need to go down the road so everybody can introduce themselves. I mean, everybody knows who y'all are, but I'm gonna do a little teaser. So just start, everybody give a little introduction of yourself.
Okay. All right, well, I'm Anna J. I am the author of about 35, 36 books at this point. Our recent project is Vengeance by myself, Octavia Grant, and Olivia Renee Wallace. And you can also pick up The Hunt and What Happened to Zanaya.
Both. 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 Who's next? Olivia? You wanna go next?
Sure. I'm Olivia Renee Wallace. Um, 17 books at this point, counting Vengeance. 18 is coming out in October. I'm a multi-genre author. I'm just stepping into this thriller thing. They keep pulling me back. They keep pulling me back. I'm a romance writer. I like spice. I like love and spice, but now I'm starting to get addicted to this thriller thing.
I would have never known. Okay, Octavia, tell the people who you are. We know who you
Hello, everyone. I am Octavia Grant. I am the author of Dear Vicky as well as Cutthroat. And my newest collab is with these beautiful ladies that's coming out this weekend.
So exciting. I don't even know where to begin. Okay. So I definitely have an evil grin on because I was reading it with one of my book besties and we were literally texting each other back and forth. So I do need to tell you my favorite chapter is the POV from Tyrone, the daddy. Okay, I just want to put that out there and then we'll get into how we got to there. So, in one word from the three of you, what description or how would you describe vengeance in one word and why?
Necessary.
Necessary.
You know
Oh,
what?
We think like that.
God.
Necessary. Mm-hmm.
Okay, why necessary? I know why, but why necessary?
Because people won't stop playing. That's why. When you think you safe, what did our guy say? If you haven't gotten right with the Lord,
You go
you might want to try it. You might want to go and get it a go.
you go
Stop
get
playing.
For sure.
Oh, we have this idea. How did it even develop into this level of a collab?
So I discovered Octavia 23, 24, something like that. And I always said I wanted to write with her. Like the stuff that she write always had me like, ma'am, what are we doing right now? And one of the things I told myself in 2024 was closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna ask her, like, don't you want to do this project? And meanwhile, I'm fangirling. Then I reach out to her. She fangirling. We both fangirling. Like, oh my God, you're in there. I'm like, oh my God, you're Octavia. And it just kind of, I said I was working on something else, but I was like, let me get back to you. I got a project that I think you'll like. In the midst of all of that, Miss Olivia Renee Wallace gave us Fractured. I said, oh my God.
And I have fractured my TBR, girl.
I
I
said,
hear
this girl writes thriller. So I called Octavia back. Hey, so listen, this is what I was thinking. Let's we got somebody else that we can do this with. And I said, you think she'll say yes? And she was like, I don't know, ask her. Because God told me closed mouths don't get fed. Can I
oh,
have your phone number? Don't you want to write this project with me and Octavia? She was like, hell yeah. I said, all right, well, let's go. And then we just made it happen.
so how did the look? I'm getting off. How did the structure happen? Because you really cannot tell. I mean, it flowed so beautifully that you just cannot even tell that this is three people coming together for one idea, and that is what makes this the gem of itself. Because the mind of the three you all need to be studied. Okay, how do we get to the story?
Um, so we took a vow, we pinky promised that we would never say who wrote what. We'll leave that to the world's interpretation.
I love it.
Because in our own right, we're all the writers. That's
Yeah,
what we do.
Mhm.
That's what we get into. So whoever you think wrote it, that's who did it. But the structure was just it was simple. It was a story idea. We started writing. We would pop in and bounce some things off each other. How you feel about this? Or what did you say her name was again? Or that kind of stuff. And we just made it happen. And then when it was done, we was like, oh snap.
yeah, yeah.
Even we were like, did we just?
Yeah.
And we did. And we did. So, but we vowed to never say, because it don't matter. Did you enjoy the project?
Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah.
Even if you were to take even off who it was written by,
Hmm.
it looks like I'm truly in the mind of just a masterpiece. And that I'm telling you, like, I don't, let me get into it. Okay.
Hmm.
Hold on. Because still to this day, okay. I think I dropped my Kindle when I got to not to give too much away. When I got to the sisters actively being involved, I'll say it like that. I
Hmm.
think at that point I was like, these ladies are nuts. They are nuts because how do we get to a family business of Robin Hoods, serial killers, undertakers? I don't even know what to call these people. Okay, but
Public servants.
okay, big
Come on. Hmm.
service. And then what makes it worse is every killing or every it wasn't a killing. That wasn't a killing. That is the wrong word. Every public service volunteer hours was done justifiably. And you convinced me that there needs to be more of these people in the world, okay? Uh, so Vision explores revenge in such a personal and layered way, in my opinion. What message are we wanting readers to walk away with? Would we say that vengeance is mine, says the Lord? What do
Well,
we?
Tyrone Houston says that is also.
Entire-
Vengeance is
Tyrone Houston.
Tyrone's.
This is Tyrone. The message, I personally speaking, the message is if you haven't gotten right with the Lord, now is the time. And I will tell you, even though I'm not going to tell you too much, when we saw that in the book, we was like, that's the one.
Yes,
I
Hmm.
need that on a t-shirt.
yes.
Yeah.
That part in my Kindle, I was like, that one thing that brings the book full circle. I think that was the moment for me. So would you say this is justice or this is like revenge or both? What do we say? Because
Wouldn't call it revenge because they're doing things, they're doing bad things to people in the society. It's not personal, it's business, right? So you can't go around harming people and thinking that you won't get your just due back.
this is
It
true.
doesn't work like that. So again, I would never call it revenge. That's why I feel like vengeance is the perfect title.
See,
And Tyrone said, karma taking a little long and God is busy. So
he is.
let me help you. I got it. Don't worry about this one. I got you.
Hmm.
He is.
So he had
So
to speed it up.
there was a
Hmm.
secret closet. What is the significance of keeping tabs of your social justice activities? Why? I think that's the only thing I'm like, so we know we're passing it down as a family business, but doesn't that kind of tell on ourselves, or that's what we want in order to make sure that justice was served?
Well, you
But
gotta
you're,
go ahead, Octavia. Go ahead.
I definitely would not say telling on yourself because he had it lots of ways. He had it where his daughters would know what and why he did what he did.
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't even call them trophies. I just call them keeping the trash in house.
The
See,
trash
you
in the
these
house.
way with words, girl. Okay, well played. Well played.
And he knew at some point somebody would have to take over. So sometimes you need a visual. I need to be able to see. the things.
Mm.
Mhm.
So he gave them
Yeah,
what
having the
they
stash
think.
definitely made it real as opposed to just a ledger. You
Yeah,
Because
can
the
put that
ledger
book
wouldn't have had
down
made
and
sense.
forget about it, but you can't forget what's in that vault.
at
And the ledger
all,
wouldn't have made sense without it, personally.
which is true because the ledger kept track of what was in the vault. I mean, it's checks and balances. That
And
see,
you know the Houston's is about precision. Everything
Mhm.
has to make sense.
you see,
Everything in its place. Definitely.
you see how you pulled me into your twisted worlds because I'm like, yeah, y'all are right. You're absolutely right. All of this is normal. This should be happening everywhere. So
But it
do
should be, right? Because look at how, when you look in today's news, you see cops letting the wrong people go. They're
yep,
getting it wrong. They're keeping the wrong people on the streets. Whereas you have the Hughes are like, nah, we're not doing that. You can't
right.
hurt these kids or hurt the community with drugs and, making poverty even more significant than what it has to be.
Yeah,
Somebody has to get rid of the trash.
somebody has to get rid of it. And poisoning your own community is a no-go.
It's a
What are you
no
doing?
go.
I
What are you
agree.
doing?
I agree. Look, wholeheartedly. You see, again, this is another reason why I'm like, see, this book was like almost a love story to Robin Hood's. Like, we're helping the cops out. See how you put me into your delusion that quick? So I'm like, just that quick. With vengeance, do we think it truly brings peace? Or do you think the vengeance comes at a cost for all involved? Mm,
I felt that piece. I felt peace. I felt like, the due diligence was done.
It was done.
I'm with you on that one. Especially
I don't think Tyrone had a problem sleeping at night.
No.
Mm-mm.
the
Butt naked with a fan on. He was good. Like, but the whole
He'd
thing
handle
about
business
him,
and go watch Law and Order.
yeah, like he didn't go get anybody. It's with everybody came willingly. So
I mean, you're right there, though. So, did Tyrone become a bigger character than initially realized? Or was he always kind of, we knew he was going to develop into such a powerhouse?
um Tyrone is our MMC, you know.
Well, so the only reason, yes, okay. So yes, Tyrone is our MMC, but when I walked into it, I was looking at the daughters. I think the daughter's story is what captured me the most. And then I felt like the daddy was put into it. Although I know they're there for a reason. I don't want to give too much away about the story
Well,
because
the daughters I feel like was more like life after. Like what do they do
okay,
now?
Right.
You know
maybe
what
I
I
could have
mean?
said it that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
So Tyrone, you had to know in order to appreciate Solana and Selena, you had to know where they came from.
touche,
So without his story, they don't have a story. This is legacy. This is
touche,
passed down, which is why we learned about Grandpa Cecil and all of the things because Tyrone got it from somebody. Cecil for
correct.
sure got it from somebody. This is not a new thing. So in order to appreciate
Mhm.
everybody that came later, you had to know
The
why they
history
were there.
in order to do it. Okay, a light bulb
Yeah,
just
without
went off.
Tyrone, they're just a desk clerk and a teacher.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
Ah, okay. I see. Because I was so caught up. I was so caught up in the daughters and how and what and possibly what I thought they were going to do next that even the granddad story to Tyrone's story, yes, it helped me, but I was so caught up in them darn sisters and that dang on ex-husband and they baby daddies that I was so engulfed that we were going on a baby daddy. So that's where I
But
was.
this is something that landed in their lap. They didn't know they were inheriting this. They just know that their father had moved on and that they had a business that they were going to run. They didn't know that the family business came with so many bones.
Mm, touche. Okay, now I need to go back to my book bestie Faye. We've been texting about this, so I have to tell her now what y'all said because we were when I have to reveal our text messages after, like full fledged. You know how like when you're reading a book and you go back and forth that you're invested. So wait till she finds that out. Okay. Wait till I tell her. So there's a scene with where he's with his father, meaning Tyrone, and he shares his plans to get married, to go to dental school. Um, and then the father kind of goes through, was it like pain he was experiencing? But he hesitates to help him. Is that because of his mind on what he's doing because of the business, or is that a spotlight on the father and son dynamics?
Well, it's kind of it puts a light on the father and son dynamic,
Okay.
and with everything that's going on between the two of them, it's like Tyrone finding his place. And
Okay.
in that moment, and in that moment, it's like the baton is being passed to him. It's like official now.
Because of that. Okay. Okay. I think that moment was very much a gem because I think I saw the baton being passed. So when he hesitated, and I know he did everything for his dad, do you think that's also the regret because he couldn't be who he wanted to be? Or is that the intention? See?
You know what I think? I think with that scene, it's like, okay, you're forcing me to do this thing that I don't want to do.
Mm.
However, you're officially my first body because I didn't want this. This was something that you're forcing on me.
Okay.
So now, since you're giving me this green light to do this thing, I'm going to do it.
And it might have very well been the ticket out because in reality, he probably could have saved them. But did it really
Probably.
matter?
See? You see how many layers y'all put in this book that has me stressing? Okay, because now, okay. So if we knew the father's dynamics, we'll go back to the daughters. Was there a hidden dynamics that was in there between the father and the daughters that was highlighted the same way from because if the fathers got to transfer it over and actual be together, I guess the question is why weren't the daughters looped in during real time as well? Or is that what makes it
Well, I
what it
feel like
is?
when we have children, whatever happened in your childhood, whatever happened in your childhood, if it was not favorable for you, you don't want it for your children. So for Tyrone Houston, he was made to do a thing that man did not want to do this. He wanted to go to dental school. He
Mm-hmm.
wanted to perfect smiles. And his dad was like, you gonna run this funeral home, player. So for Tyrone, when he had children, it was his opportunity to kind of break the mold. Oh, you wanna work at the hospital? Oh, you wanna teach kids? Go be free
Hmm.
until you can't be free. Go be free until you can't be free. So he gave them an opportunity that he was not afforded. And we would think we always want our kids' childhoods to be better than ours was.
Right.
Mhm.
I
That's
see
just
what
how
you
I
did
saw
But
it.
there.
I still feel like even in what he did with his daughters, he gave them the option. Even
Mhm.
after
Hmm.
that, in his passing, he was like,
Mhm.
"I'm gonna throw these hints at you. You're gonna do what you do with them." So it was like he was told, no matter what, this is what you're doing. But with his girls, he kind of gave them the option. He didn't put pressure on them while he was alive, So he didn't even get them started on tracks to that until he passed away. So they had the option to either pursue this or run from it. So it was really the girls who just decided, we're gonna do this. They could have walked away.
Right.
Because he definitely gave them the option. He told them in basically in the end, was like, if y'all don't want to do this,
You don't
you
have
don't have
to.
to.
Ah, so many layers. Okay. Okay. Because I see the family and legacy layer that's in there. That's very important. And we even added a buffer with that external hire that was prepared. So it's just the legacy of the vigilantes
Our
that
guy,
keep.
Larry Benson. Yes. We love Larry. We love Larry. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Now or never. Now that I've seen it.
I love Larry, and I definitely feel like he's a silent character. And not saying that this is a book too, but I'm just saying Larry's point of view and what he's taking on and willing to begin would be great to learn as well. Because that means somebody was talking in his ear before we got here. You know what I mean?
But you also keep in mind, well, Larry is he's kind of sort of a backdoor character, a back end character, but
Mm-hmm.
he's always been there. Because remember, Tyrone was a part of like a clique. It was a bunch of them that owned homes.
This is true.
And he was one of the people later on that end up getting added his crematorium and all of that stuff. So Larry isn't, he's a new to you person, but he's not new to Tyrone Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's always been
Mm-hmm.
And then if you remember, they went to school together.
they
School
went
So
together.
he
they
has
went
Yep.
to grade
always
together,
he has always been a part of their
Yes, you're right.
family, right? The girls, they just didn't remember him because they grew up.
and they went
And
with their life.
like they
They went with
said,
their life. Hmm.
they weren't forcing their daughters into what they were into. So, you know, he wasn't been he was not an important part of their lives until he was.
And so he was. And then I mean, just like very briefly in the beginning, when the gentleman, slight spoiler, was still in the embalming fluid, they all talked about that. He
They
was hitting
sure
up all
did.
the
Mm-hmm.
funeral homes.
They sure did.
Yeah, so Larry has always been there.
Mm.
But Tyrone and Millie really allowed their daughters to not be involved.
Baby,
Y'all
let's
do
talk
what y'all
about
got.
Millie. Okay, let's talk about Millie because I feel like she was a deadly character in herself. Because
Yeah.
I think my mouth was open the whole time in reading her confessional tape type of thing.
Hmm.
So was I mean I know they always say women are the force. How did we decide or how did we get to Millie standing 10 toes down for her man in
That was
all
her
of his
man.
instances?
Yeah. What woman ain't? That's what we're
Well,
supposed to do. I mean, he doing right. He providing for the family. His kids are safe. They going to have ice cream on Sundays. He doing all the things he's supposed to do. So your man treating you right and doing what he's supposed to do. Why wouldn't you stand 10 toes down for him?
I mean, that's true. And I guess it ain't her business, right? As long as the money coming in.
and sometimes you just see something in a person that they don't see. She saw him unwillingly taking over the family business.
Yep.
But
Right.
that's not
Mm-hmm.
what he wanted to do. That's the pillow talk part of it. Because he's saying to her, like, this is what I want to do. My dad is making me do this, blah, blah, blah. So this is her just standing 10 toes down with her man. Like, all right, well, whatever you decide, I got you.
And she did, girl. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
mama don't play, okay?
No. And it's so funny because I
The
remember when
Houston's don't play.
the Houstons don't play at all. And it's so funny because I remember when I first started with the project, we started talking about the project. And Octavia was like, "You named that man Tyrone?" I said, "I did."
Call them.
Call him. I said, "Yeah." I said because back in the day we didn't have Naquans and
Mhm.
Quamirs and all of that. You know what I mean? Tyrone was old school. They was named David. They was named Richard.
It was.
They were named Millie. You know what I
Larry.
mean? They didn't have all these little cutesy names. And once the project came together, it all made sense.
It does. Ugh. See, that's why I got it. Every time I talk to you, you get into my head more and you stressing me. Okay. So was there a character that y'all were divided on? Or you felt like y'all had to maybe come back to the table and say, let's go this way?
No, I don't feel like it. No, I feel like this project was so effortless. It was ridiculous. It was scary almost how easily
Load.
it just did what it was supposed to do. It was no like, but what about it was really like, all right, y'all, this is what how you feel about this. And we like, you said what now? Like it just did what it was supposed to do. God, this is when you pray about things and God say, okay, you can do that. This is what happens.
Damn.
I'm telling you, this is what I prayed about. And he was like, all right, go ahead. Closed mouths don't get fed.
And let
So,
me tell you, to
uh-huh.
go back to what Anna said about us meeting in like 23, when I first met her, I'm like, oh my God, I love her book so much. I cannot believe that this is Anna,
Yeah.
right? And I sent her one of my books, the first book that I
Yep.
wrote as an independent author. And I'm like, God, if you ever see fit for me and her to cross paths in a book, I am here for it.
I love
And
that.
so when it came together, the way we both prayed for, you end up with a book that is so seamless that you don't know where it came from.
Listen, and it was really just me like, all right, Lord, this is what I want to do. This is, we both I'm in this thriller space, right? And she
Yeah.
already in there. She in there heavy. And I'm like, I can write like Octavia. I can write Octavia. I can do that. You know what I mean? I said, I wonder if she'll work with me. Then this is me praying about it for months, trying to get up the courage to talk to this lady about doing a book. And when I called, it was so easy. I went through all that stressing just for her to be like, girl, why ain't you been called?
You could have been
Exactly.
done this. So I see the ARC reviews are going crazy and it's so
Mhm.
much feedback. What feedback are y'all starting to see that you didn't expect? Or what character has caught traction more than y'all really expected?
Wanting a part two was what I've been seeing a lot of.
Yeah,
Wanting
Mhm.
a part two.
because that
Look, I
wasn't
need to hold
even
up a sign. We want it.
yeah, that wasn't even something that we was considering. We looking like part two. We already said everything. Clearly, we have not.
No, you already hear
Yeah.
me. I'm like, if the Lord puts on your heart.
We're gonna talk to God about it. We're gonna talk to God about it and see what He says. Because we all do have some individual projects coming out,
Hmm.
and we're enjoying living in this vengeance land right now. You know, when I told you when we talked before, I said, I got something coming. I can't talk about it, but it's something.
You did. And
Here we
baby,
are.
you dropped it.
Here we are. Yeah.
So the three of y'all will be together this weekend.
Yeah. We'll all be at
And
Chocolate City.
are you about to go run the streets together? Or
I don't
what
know
is
what
the
we're gonna get
plan?
into. I don't know what we're gonna
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm open. I'm open.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all need to run the streets together. We need pictures of the three of y'all together, okay? If y'all don't do nothing else, we need one picture that we can all get off of social media of y'all three queens together because I devoured this book. I'm very much a documentary type of kidnapping, type of serial killer girly. So when I tell you, you hit every niche of like me watching the History Channel or Hulu. I just all three of you all deserve your flowers, baby. And Olivia, I'm coming for you, baby, because I hear fraction ain't nothing to be played with, girl. I got it right here. I hear fraction is
Everything.
everything. Okay.
Everything.
Yeah, I was nervous. I was nervous when I wrote it because, like I said, romance is my thing. But there's this reading group on Facebook. It's ICU
Hmm.
Reading and Chatting. So they have this thing called Freestyle Friday. So they give you a topic and you write on that topic, like a short story or something along those lines. So I started dabbling that way, trying to get a little bit more creative and challenge myself. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a try with fractures. So I'm like, I wasn't sure if I can write like a full-fledged novel. So I wrote like four novelettes and put them together. So this is about four different women with four different things happening to them, and all of them reaching their breaking points. So I can't wait to know what you think about it. Pretty please share with me. Pretty please
Of
share with the
course.
world.
Of course. So what do you I know you said you have something slated. What do you have upcoming for you?
I have my latest work that I'm working on now is called A Girl from Riverview. Um, it's going to be at License to Thrill in October.
Okay.
So that's another event that's all thriller writers, suspense. So I'm really getting into the suspense thing. So with that story, it's about a girl, a young black girl who gets into this college, a university, but it's predominantly white. It's predominantly money. Let's put it that way. And
Hmm.
she's assaulted. So she wants to do the right thing. She takes them to court, and the system fails her. And somebody is not happy about it. So
Okay.
it's another vigilante story when you think about it. So
Ooh,
yeah, I'm excited about that one. So yeah, I'm trying to get like Miss Anna and Octavia, and they unhinged. I'm still slightly hinged.
you getting there.
Know why
So
she says that? Like all of
That's a
our
lie.
thriller
I'm about to say she
covers,
is not hinged
she
at all.
made
Like,
them. Like
not
she
even
made
a
all
little
of
bit.
our thriller covers, our horror covers. So I
Yes.
don't know how she thinks that she is not a thriller or horror
thank
author. She
you.
is.
Because not only does she write amazing thrillers, she creates amazing covers. And she
Exactly.
has a whole thriller coloring book
Yes.
called Bump.
I hear your flowers
Yeah,
and
the
well
things that go bump
deserved.
is in there. She's crazy.
Yes.
Do not let her. She's trying to put that halo on. Bye, girl.
That's
Teacher,
that delusion. See, that's that delusion in real
Yes.
time.
She
so
trying.
What
wait,
y'all
Miss,
talking about? I'm innocent.
you, baby, you know you the queen of it yourself, baby. Because I still need to get you on the line for Cutthroat and some other ones. So, but we're gonna dig into yours a little later. What do you have coming up?
So again, I'll be in Chocolate City this weekend. I do have a new release coming out this year. That title will be released either Friday or Saturday. But you will be releasing that title. I don't have a release date yet, but the book is done or partially done. And then that's it until June. That's it.
Well, congratulations to you. I did, I stalked you on social media. I see that you went full-time author, so
I
congratulations.
did.
I've been following you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, Miss Anna, I know your docket, but what we got coming up for you and when can we catch you?
So my next project after this is a romance called Rainy Days. I'm dabbling. I'm living. I'm trying to I'm doing something in every genre. So we'll see how it goes. That drops for Pages in the City in July. And then the Copycat will which is book 3 in the Hunt series is coming. I don't have a date, but it's coming.
Do you
Yeah.
see me? Do you see
I
me?
see you. I see
Okay.
you. Yeah. Um
That's all I need to say, okay?
yeah. Yeah. And I also like just like Olivia, I started writing thriller, fooling around with I See You Reading in Ebony. Freestyle Fridays. That's where the story for the hunt came from. And I turned it into a full-length novel. So Ebony is doing some great things over there in ICU reading, for sure.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, I love that. Well, we are coming to our time, and I have enjoyed my conversation with you. I cannot wait to drop this because all of us have been talking about this book and you've answered a lot of questions for us. So I think this is going to get a lot of buzz because we had a lot of questions and y'all did well in answering them. So I
Thank
thank
you.
you for taking time out of your busy schedules. I know you're ripping and running. I hope you all have a great weekend. Turn up for everybody who can't be there and take pictures so I can act like I'm there and stalk y'all, please.
For sure. That's one of the first things we're
Will
going to
do.
do is to get a picture together.
Please.
So this will be our first time meeting in person also. So we've never seen each
Yeah, I
other
already
face to
said
face
I'm a cry.
before.
Now I need to be there to have a drink with you all. That would be so dope. Okay, virtually, just send me a picture of drinks, hold up, and I'll act like I'm there. Okay,
Gotcha.
we can post together. Well, you all enjoy your evening, safe travels, and then I will definitely be in touch with you all for this weekend because I'll
Okay.
be stalking you.
Thank
Okay,
you for this
yeah,
interview.
Yes, ma'am.
all in y'all comments. So y'all have a good one.